Quiet luxury summer essentials. I believe there are 7 crucial items that you need to dress your best this summer in a quiet luxury style. The first and one of the most important items in my opinion would be linen shirts. And this is for several reasons. One of them, of course, the characteristics of linen is that it's very breathable, it has a natural cooling effect, and it also absorbs moisture much better than some other fabrics. In my opinion, it's the ideal fabric for your summer shirts. And you can go for long sleeve shirts or short sleeve shirts. For me personally, I don't really like the way that short sleeve shirts look on me. I think when you roll up the sleeves, it always looks a little bit better, but in the end, it's all up to you. In terms of color, you can get pretty creative and see which one works for you. I have linen shirts, for example, in navy, I have them in olive, in pink and white, in salmon. Of course, you can also add some patterns because striped linen shirts can also look really interesting. And as an alternative, you can also go for a seersucker shirt, which is what I'm wearing right now. And even though it's made from cotton, the way it's woven makes it very comfortable and light. And I'm not getting sponsored by them, but for linen shirts, I can actually really recommend Charles Tilbury because every couple of weeks they have a sale where you can get 3 shirts for just $99. And I really like the linen shirts from them. And I think for around $33, you can't really get a better offer than that. The next item on the list is probably not going to surprise you because I'm talking about linen trousers. And the reason why I like linen trousers so much is again because they're very breathable, but also because they have a really interesting texture and they give you this nice elevated and casual vibe. As an alternative fabric for a little bit more of a smarter look, you can also go for a tropical wool. The good thing about tropical wool is that it's a lot more wrinkle resistant because that's one of the drawbacks of linen because it starts to wrinkle quite fast. Or you can also go for a cotton linen blend, which wrinkles a bit less than linen, but it's also more breathable than cotton. And if you want to go for a more modern and casual look, you can also go for a pair of drawstring trousers. And I personally like to go for one pair of light colored trousers, usually in sand or in cream, because this color is extremely versatile. Pretty much any color that you wear on your upper body is going to work with those trousers. And as a second pair of linen trousers, I would recommend you to go for either green, maybe navy, or brown or gray. The next summer essentials is for those days when it gets a little bit more chilly in the evening, or also if you're going to spend some time indoors where they have an AC. In that case, you might want to wear a safari jacket because a safari jacket fits really well into the quiet luxury look. It has a very unique and interesting look, and because of the linen again, it's going to be very breathable and light. Just make sure that you have as little lining as possible. And with a safari jacket, you can decide if you want to wear a t-shirt underneath or a polo shirt, or also one of your linen shirts like I mentioned before. And in terms of colors, I would recommend going either for navy, green, brown or cream. It depends a bit on the color of the pants that you chose. The next item on the list is another layering piece, and in this case I'm talking about a linen sport coat. If you don't want to go for linen because of the wrinkling, then you can also go for a tropical wool, or you can go for a mix. So that could be, for example, a wool, silk and linen blend. Because in that case you have a bit of the breathability from the linen, and then you also have the softness and the minimum wrinkles from the silk and from the wool. Another interesting choice could also be a single color seersucker, because normally seersucker comes in the shape that I have right here, because generally it's in vertical stripes, one of them being white and one of them could be any other color. But if it's one single color, so if the entire sport jacket is in a navy, for example, or in a green seersucker, it can look really interesting and very unique, and it's extremely breathable. And of course, again, you want to make sure that there's almost no inner lining. For example, in this jacket right here from Tagliatore, the entire back area doesn't have a lining, and if I hold it up against the light, I can see through it very easily, and that tells me that it's a very light and open weave. Similar to the safari jacket, I would go for navy, green, maybe some cream or brown. The next item on the list are suede loafers. And in my opinion, suede is the ideal fabric for the quiet luxury look because it has this really subtle and elegant vibe. And also in summertime, it's usually a little bit cooler than regular leather. And one thing you want to make sure is that when you go for suede loafers, that they are also quite thin and they are not from a heavy construction. For example, the loafers that I have right here, they are extremely heavy. They probably weigh 2 or 3 times more, maybe even 4 times more than this pair of loafers. And in summertime, I would wear them only for indoor events, maybe for some formal events like a wedding, but I would rather reserve them for spring or fall. But this type of loafer right here is very light and comfortable. And for the color, you can go for a dark brown like this, which is quite versatile, or you can also go for a little bit of a lighter shade of brown, or maybe even a light gray or cream, which can also be quite interesting. And one piece of advice, don't go sockless into your shoes. Try to always wear no-show socks, and if you can, then maybe also get a leather insole like this, because the sole and the socks are going to absorb some of the sweat, and in the end your shoes are going to smell a lot better. And alternatively, especially especially if you're going to wear a lot of shorts or if you're going to walk a lot, then a pair of sneakers or Jagd loafers can look really good with shorts. Because in my opinion, I think suede loafers are also okay with shorts, but it's a little bit too formal. I think sneakers and Jagd loafers are going to look a lot better. The next quiet luxury essential you need are sunglasses. And this is one of those items that can really enhance your outfit, because basically if I put these on with a nice pair of sunglasses, everybody looks cooler. And I personally really like classic Ray-Bans like this, but there are so many different options available. So the important thing for you is to go and try which ones fit for you, maybe also get some advice from a salesperson or a friend, and you're going to look a lot cooler in summertime. And make sure to stay away from fake sunglasses because they don't have the UV protection, so they can damage your eyes. And the last item on the list are shorts. And I have a feeling that in the menswear scene, half of the men don't agree with wearing shorts and half of the men do. In my opinion, it really depends on the occasion and also on how hot it is. Because the truth is that every man looks better with a pair of long trousers than with a pair of shorts. But there are days where you simply cannot wear a pair of long trousers. If it gets extremely hot, and I also know that I'm going to walk around and I'm going to spend a lot of time outside, then I'm not going to wear a long pair of trousers. Most of the time I'm going to go for shorts. And the classic choice here would be chino shorts. But in my opinion, linen shorts are usually a bit more breathable and better for summertime. And I like to get one in a light color and one in a dark color, because then you can really combine it with any shirts that you have. But one of the most important things with shorts is that they are not too long. They usually should be anywhere from 1 to 4 inches above your knee. Those were in my opinion 7 essentials for the quiet luxury look in summer. I hope you enjoyed this list. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and see you next time.